So hello everyone, welcome back to Oliveboard's Agri Coaching, and of course welcome back to our again previous year session. Now this particular previous year paper is of the year 2022. How much papers we have finished? We have finished 2020, we have finished 2021, and this is 2022. Okay, so this paper is 2022. Let's go to our first question. So as we all know, how do we discuss these sessions? Of course, we take one previous year paper, one question. Each question, when I'm going to read it out to you, and you guys are going to give the answer. Okay, then I'm going to read out the answer of yours, and I'm going to tell you what would be the exact answer of that question. In this way, every day we discuss 30 questions daily. 60 question comes in AFO mains. So we are going to complete all the previous year questions which have come up in the AFO examination. Okay, so let's start our session. During rainy and winter season, how sowing of maize is done? Is this done? How it is done? That is sowing of maize. Rainy and during winter season. Flat beds, sunken beds, any of them, none of the above, and ridges and furrows. What could be the answer here? रेनी सीजन में और विंटर सीजन में मेज की सोइंग किस तरह से की जाती है? इरिगेशन में क्या टेक्निक्स यूज किए जाते हैं? क्या रिजिंग एंड फरोइंग किया जाता है? फ्लैट बेड इरिगेशन फ्लैट बेड्स पे प्रोवाइड किया जाता है? संकन बेड मतलब कुछ ऐसा. संकन बेड इरिगेशन इज प्रोवाइडेड, और एनी ऑफ देम और नन ऑफ देम. सो द आंसर हियर इज सी. एक बात याद रखनी पड़ेगी, मेज आपको पता ही होगा एक डिसेंट वाटर रिक्वायरमेंट क्रॉप है. ठीक है, वाटर रिक्वायरमेंट कैसा है मेज का? डिसेंटली, ठीक है, वाटर रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो देयरफॉर हियर वाटर व्हाटएवर इज अवेलेबल इन मेज, इफ यू सी ड्यूरिंग द विंटर सीजन, सफिशिएंट इरिगेशन हैज टू बी प्रोवाइडेड. सो विद दिस वी गेट एन आइडिया कि मेज में यहां पर आंसर आएगा रिजेस एंड फरोज. इससे यहां पर आपको पानी प्रोवाइड किया जाता है. तो ये रहा आपका, ये देखो, ये है पानी, ये है आपका रिज, ये है आपका फरो. ठीक है, तो रिज और जिससे पानी आ रहा है वो है आपका फरो. तो इसी को हम ऐसे, ठीक है, ये रिज, ये फरो, इससे पानी हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. विच हार्मोन इज इन्वॉल्व इन कन्वर्जन ऑफ ग्लाइकोजन टू ग्लूकोज? ऐसा कौन सा हार्मोन है विच कन्वर्ट्स glycogen into glucose? Is it glucagon? Is it insulin? Is it testosterone? It is progesterone, or is it stomatotropin? Now remember this, stomatotropin को eliminate कर दो. ठीक है, this is definitely a hormone but not related to your glucose conversion, और sugar जो आपके reactions होते हैं उसमें involved नहीं होता है. Progesterone and testosterone both are reproductive hormones that is related to your सेक्सुअल ग्रोथ. सो इनको भी इलिमिनेट कर दो. सो वी आर लेफ्ट विथ इंसुलिन एंड वी आर लेफ्ट विथ ग्लूकागॉन. दोनों का फंक्शन क्या है? धरिनी ए आंसर कह रही है, सो द ग्लूकागॉन आंसर है, धरनी कह रही है. सो एक्चुअली ये देखो, कन्वर्जन ऑफ ग्लाइकोजन टू ग्लूकोज. रिमेंबर, इंसुलिन वो हार्मोन है विच कंट्रोल्स द लेवल ऑफ द शुगर. ठीक है, ये देखो वृंदा ने एकदम सही, यहां पर बहुत ही वृंदा ने गलत आंसर दिया है. वृंदा हैज गिवन वेरी क्विकली द रॉन्ग आंसर. सो एक्चुअली हार्मोन विच इज इन्वॉल्व इन द कन्वर्जन ऑफ ग्लाइकोजन टू ग्लूकोज is not insulin, it is glucagon. Okay, so the answer here is glucagon. Selva, Dharni, you are correct. So glucagon is a hormone which checks your blood glucose. Of course, in the blood glucose checking in the body, if you see in pancreas, this particular process takes place in which it is responsible for converting your glycogen to glucose. So it converts your glycogen to glucose. This is what happens in the presence of the hormone glucagon. Insulin is only a hormone which looks at the level of your glucose. Okay, it controls the level of the glucose. Then which is the scheme which provides guaranteed 100 days employment for unskilled and manual labor? Now remember very carefully, this statement which is related to 100 days of labor for manual and unskilled labor, then how much extra days are provided to the drought region, okay? Then again, what are the extra days which are provided in the hilly regions or tribal regions, okay? Such statements are continuously asked in NABARD 2022, 2023 repeated, AFO 2022. So see here, the year is same, the exam is different, leave that. It has been also asked in UP, Uttar Pradesh RO exams, various RO exams. So therefore this scheme, if you see, it is related to MG Narega. But do you try, like, do you understand how this analysis is there of this topic? अगर मनरेगा की बात करें, MG Narega, whatever the scheme is there, okay, related to that in the year of 2021, 2022 and 2023, this is the most favorite topic of all agricultural exams also. In 2021, UPSC has asked a question which is related to MG Narega. So try to get an idea that for every year, there are certain topics which are of immense importance and these act as a theme in the exam. So here when we are talking about MG Narega, it has been asked in NABARD 2022, again in 2023, and in AFO 2022 it has been already asked. So now the point is, there is very high chance in AFO 2023, there may be a question which is related to MG Narega, but the content which has been asked or maybe the topic, the depth of the question may be differing. Okay, so depth of the question may be hard. Okay, they may ask you further whatever facts are there, those related to MG Narega. So unskilled and manual labor has been provided with the 100 days guaranteed employment in this scheme. So legal right hota hai aapka ye, right to work. What is that legal right? Right to work under MG Narega. How it is legal? Because it is a statutory right, that is scheme के अंडर ये आपकी statutory right बन जाती है. Next, so MG Narega unskilled और manual laborers को काम देने के लिए. अब ये ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं जैसे कि मेंस की वेजेस कितने हैं, विमेन की वेजेस कितने हैं, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस भी पूछे जा सकते हैं. डेप्थ में कवर करना, कवर द स्कीम इन डेप्थ. नेक्स्ट, द प्रोसेस ऑफ रिमूवल ऑफ स्टैमेन्स और एंथर्स or killing the pollen of flower without harming the female reproductive organ is known as what? So let me draw. ये हमारा ओवरी है ऑफ फ्लावर. ओके, okay, so this is our pollen grain. Okay, so remember very carefully क्या कहना चाह रहा हूं मैं. ओके, जस्ट अ मिनट. हाँ, गलती हो गई. ओके, ये हमारा क्या हो गया? व्हाट इज दिस पार्ट कॉल्ड एज? टेल मी. And then there are like this. So these blue colored are your pollen grains. This is your anther. Anther is the male reproductive part, and this is your stamen in between, green color, which has ovary in it. This is your female reproductive part. So what is this process called as? Where removal of stamen, that is female part, or removal of male part, that is anther, is done without killing the pollen grains of the flowers and without harming any other reproductive part of the organ. That means what? It is a, maybe we can call it as operation. Okay, so it is an operation in which you remove the female reproductive part or male reproductive part. इन दोनों में से आप कोई भी part निकालते हो. And once you remove that, try to understand this pollen grains whatever are there, without killing these pollen grains or any other reproductive part, you try to cut or maybe eliminate your male and reproductive. This is called as emasculation. Male sterility. What is male sterility? Male sterility is nothing but क्या होता है आपका? Where any male flower or maybe parts of flower or maybe animal also, human beings also, they are not fertile. That means whatever male gamete they are having, that is not mobile enough, which can be leading to fertility, as male gametes and female gametes will come together, and when male gametes will reach the female eggs, the zygote, it will result into what? Tell me which process? Which is this process where unity of male and female gametes occurs. Okay, so fertilization is nothing but unity of union of male and female gametes. At that time, your male whatever gamete is there, that should be fertile enough. So male sterility is related to infertility. Self incompatibility, it's nothing but whatever self pollination occurs, in that whatever your male gametes are there through anther, those are incompatible with your ovary. Then parthenogenesis and none of the above. So parthenogenesis, as you all would be knowing, where what is parthenogenesis? In comments, can anybody tell? Parthenogenesis is formation of fruit without, yes, tell me, formation of fruit without what? Parthenogenesis. So answer here is emasculation. So what you do emasculation? See here, what you do is that you either cut your anther or stamen. So see here, anther is removed from the flower without destroying the other reproductive parts of the flower. Okay, so pollen transfer is done, but this anther is removed. Okay, curd is precipitated using rennet or any other enzyme and then filtered. What is formed from this? Yes, fruit is formed without fertilization in parthenogenesis. Very good. Next, the curd is precipitated using rennet or any other enzyme and then filtered. Remember, curd is precipitated by using rennet or any other enzyme, but then it is filtered. What is this formed? Yogurt, cheese, ghee, butter or cream? Yes, the answer is correct. Cheese. How is yogurt different from cheese? Can anybody tell? How is yogurt different from your curd? Curd we will be knowing about. What is curd? Tell me, what is curd? Curd and yogurt, what is the difference? Can anybody tell? So ghee. Okay, so this is ghee is nothing but of course a process of emulsification in which ghee or oil production from the milk product. Butter, again same thing. Cream, it's coagulation of the milk substances. You tell me what is the difference between yogurt and curd. This is very, very important. What is the difference? Yogurt and curd. How is curd formed? Can anybody tell? How is curd formed? Yes. See, curd is formed through fermentation. So fermentation is either done by adding any acidic substance in the milk, or maybe by adding the curd, some drop of curds only in the milk. Then curd is prepared. So acidic part, and which results into fermentation process. But then how is yogurt formed? Yes, in curd, the fermentation takes place because of a bacteria that is called as lactobacillus. What happens in yogurt then? Tell me, come on. Come on, guys. Yes, sorry guys. Yeah. Someone is saying in yogurt fat content is high. Yes, but how is yogurt formed? That is the main concept. See, yogurt is how it is formed. That is the main context. So how it is different from your curd? So shall I tell you? See, curd and yogurt. The main difference in curd and yogurt is that in curd, see, whatever fermentation process takes place in the curd, it is done by your normal food products, addition of normal food products and acids which are available in the kitchen. Okay? Bacteria ferment from the milk sugar and change into lactic into lactose. Still not an appropriate answer. In yogurt, when we are looking at, there we add artificial substances which are acidic in nature. Okay, so there also same bacteria may be there, which of course yogurt is also a fermented product only, but the difference is that only in yogurt a artificial substance which is acidic in nature, that is added in order to convert milk in yogurt. So fermented milk is actually converted into yogurt. Directly a milk cannot be converted into yogurt. Milk is converted into curd and then it could be converted into yogurt. Yogurt only prepared by adding microorganisms. Yes, that is also true. Yogurt is conversion of milk or maybe fermentation in presence of microorganisms, where curd generally, here fermentation process definitely takes place but not essentially by microorganisms. We can even add, as I told you, either you can add curd or even sometimes, for example, at home what you do, you add lemon squeeze. Okay, 2-3 drops of lemon you add. Okay, next. So answer here is cheese. Next, question number 6, revolving fund. Here National Rural Livelihood Mission would provide revolving fund support to SHGs in existing of minimum 3 to 6 months and follow the norms of good SHGs, that is they follow Panchasutras: regular meeting, regular savings, regular internal lendings, regular recoveries, maintenance of proper books of accounts. Only such SHGs that received the regular fundings earlier would be provided by the RFs. Okay, that is revolving fund. Okay, as corpus with minimum dash and up to maximum dash per SHG. The purpose of revolving fund is to strengthen institutional and financial management. I'll tell you what. Under National Rural Livelihood Mission, what used to happen was there was a revolving fund which was given to the different SHGs. The only thing which SHGs had to do was they had to do some things regularly. So what those were: regular saving they had to do, regular internal lending, regular recoveries, regular maintenance of books, and regular meetings they had to do. Once they do that, then they would be assured given a corpus through this revolving fund. So minimum amount and maximum amount we have to find out. Clearly two answers we have got, 10,000 and 15,000. A, who has given the answer? Dharni has given and Selva has given the answer, and that is correct. Absolutely. Very good, Dharni. Very good, Selva. Good observation. See, this is a government scheme. Here you cannot deny. You have to go and either route memorize or maybe either recollect such important statistical data. Okay. So you could see revolving fund. What is the minimum amount? 10,000. And what is the maximum? 15,000. A person performs vegetable cultivation, fishery, woody crops, but that is for self-consumption. This is called what? Agri-silviculture, agro-hortisilviculture, agri-olericulture, homestead agroforestry, or none of these? Yes, exactly. Homestead forestry, where all whatever allied activities, agriculture, forestry, which you do for your own consumption. The statutory body which does not comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industries is what? Tobacco Board, Coffee Board, Rubber Board, Tea Board, and Cardamom Board. So see here, I'll tell you one thing. Tobacco Board, yes, comes under Commerce of Ministry. Coffee Board comes under Commerce Ministry. Rubber Board also comes. Tea Board also comes. What is Cardamom Board? Remember this. See, Cardamom Board is now doesn't exist. Okay. So Cardamom Board does not exist only. Now what happens? Spice Board is a statutory body constituted with the effect from 26 February 1987 under Spices Board Act. Now try to understand that this particular Spices Board, before it was Cardamom Board and Spices Export Promotion Council, and this was renamed and the structure changed after 1987. It became Spices Board. So therefore Cardamom Board does not exist. It existed till 1987 only. Which Himalayan breed of goat is found in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, with long horns curled backwards? Long horn curled backwards. Long horn curled backwards. Droopy ears, small teats, and color is white but mostly brown and black. Produces fine wool. Gaddi, Siroi, Osmanabadi, Malbari, and none. See, in Himachal Pradesh, in Jammu and Kashmir, there are two communities are there. Gaddi community and Bhakrawals. Gaddis and Bhakrawals. Now this Gaddi community, they do domestication of this Gaddi breed. So here look at this sheep. This is the Gaddi tribe and this is your Gaddi sheep. Okay. Next, the process of shrinkage of uterus of cow after birth and expansion and relaxation of mammary glands, it's called what? So after giving birth, the uterus shrinks. Okay, and expansion and relaxation of mammary glands. So mammary glands, what are mammary glands? Of course, which distinctively differentiates between female mammals and rest of the mammals. So breasts may be for milk, for milking purposes. So these are your mammary glands. So what is this called as? This is shrinkage of uterus. What is it called? Uterus involution, lactogenesis, galactogenesis, parturition, and kidding. See, parturition is nothing but giving birth to young one. Kidding is nothing but parturition in goats. Lactogenesis and galactogenesis related to milk. So uterus involution is the answer. So uterus involution, shrinking of uterus. This I have shown in context of humans. In animals also similarly takes place. What is the critical time period for a daylight in long day plants? I already told you it is more than 12 hours. So here 14 to 18 hours is our correct answer. So it is more than 12 hours but less than 24 hours or 20 hours. Okay. Yes, C is the correct answer, 14 to 18 hours. What is the botanical name of sal tree? Now this was asked in 22. This was asked in 2022. Correct hai ki nahi? This question was asked in 2022. AFO, IBPS AFO exam. And the same sal tree has been asked scientific name in NABARD in the year of 2021. So NABARD exam and your AFO exam agricultural ARD questions are similar. Shoria robusta, Tectonia grandis, Grevillea robusta, Eucalyptus roxburghi, and none of the above. What is the botanical name of sal? It's Shoria robusta. Okay, very simple question. Again, in 2022, NABARD has also asked scientific name of teak. So teak, sal, all these trees are there of one timber related product only. So you should be knowing. Little leaf of brinjal is transmitted by what? So little leaf of brinjal is a disease transmitted by either aphids, plant hopper, Hishmonus, Phycetis, thrips, birds, and none of the above. See, aphids and thrips are not responsible for disease because I have made a particular list. That's why I know that which is going to do that. So the answer here is plant hopper, Hishmonesis, Phycetis. This is the disease which occurs because of a particular it's a grasshopper type insect. Okay. Acidic soil does not contain which of the following property? Acidic soil does not contain which of the property? Its salinity is greater than 0.1%. Iron and aluminium accumulated in the soil. Your total electroconductivity is low and base saturation is low. pH is low and none of the above. See, pH is low of acidic soil. We all know that. Electric conductivity is also low. Yes, little bit. Saturation is also low. Iron and aluminium are accumulated. The answer here is its salinity is not greater than 0.1. That is your wrong answer. Next, the term used to define variation derived from any of the following cells or tissue culture is known as what? Genetic engineering? No. Genetic variation? No. Environmental variation? No. It is called as somaclonal variation. Okay, the answer here is somaclonal variation. Why it is called as somaclonal variation? Try to understand. It is variation which is derived from any cell or tissue culture. So, see, somaclonal variation is nothing but when from any plant you take the tissue or cells and from that you try to regenerate a complete organ or individual plant. That is your somaclonal variation. Okay. So, same type of clones are produced from your multiplication of multiple cells to produce into multiple organs and from that organ a complete plant. That is somaclonal variation. Ufra disease in rice is caused by what? Bacteria, nematode, virus, fungus, none. Ufra disease. So, Ufra disease is because of a nematode. Okay, I will make it clear. It is because of a nematode. So, Ufra disease in rice causes because of nematode. Nematodes, what are these? These are your organisms. Okay, these are organisms like earthworms. Okay, nematodes. And these do not survive on their own. They always are at the receptor of other organisms. So, that means they are having symbiotic relation. For example, my stomach also has various nematodes. Your stomach also has various nematodes, and animals, plants also has nematodes. Yeah, these are nano in size. Yes, these are obligate in nature. Okay, so symbiotic relation is there. They symbiotic in the sense we are not dependent on them, but they are dependent on us. Which secondary tillage operation is used for breaking of clods and pulverizing the soil? Breaking of clods, that is huge size of soil particles, and pulverizing is nothing but converting those soil particles into finer soil material. This is called as harrowing. So, harrowing is when you break the bigger size particles and convert them into finer soil substrate. Then, among the following, which is the component of knowledge communication systems? Among the following, which is the component of knowledge communication system? Is it exhibition, newspaper, government agency, and university? It is the, can you tell the safe attempt in exam? Out of 60, if paper comes difficult, 38 to attempt you are saying or cut off you are saying? Attempt, right? I will tell you attempt. Won't be 38 then. A good attempt would be 40 to 45. If the paper comes extremely difficult, like really very difficult, if the paper comes moderate, like each year, then your attempt should be, I think it should be 50 around. Your attempt should be around about 50. I can even calculate this and show you. Okay, I'll show you how. 60 questions are there. Okay. In these 60 questions, there are almost 10 to 15 questions which are very difficult in nature. Okay. There are almost 35 to 40 questions which are moderate in nature. Okay. And there are again 10 to 20 questions which are very easy in nature. Okay. So our strategy, according to me, my strategy should be, okay, this is 5 to 10 only, okay, not 10 to 20, 5 to 10, sorry. 5 to 10 are very easy in nature, or maybe 10 to 15. 10 to 15 or 10 to 15, let's consider, okay. $10 to 15. So look at it. See, very difficult 10 to 15 are there. Very easy 10 to 15 are there. My point is, whatever this 10 to 15 very difficult are there, you should go through these questions. You should read this once, twice, and you should be very, very comfortable, very, very confident to leave them. क्या लगा मैं क्या बोलूंगा सॉल्व करने का? नहीं भाई, leave them. If you don't know, leave. Okay. Main thing is to make the questions correct with more than 90% or 85% of accuracy of these moderate questions, because these are 35 to 40 in number. Okay. So when the question comes moderate, always remember your the question paper comes moderate, your main scoring point would be very easy. Of course, you will be more concentrating on moderate questions and very difficult questions, and you will try to solve maximum questions out of it. If the paper becomes difficult, then what will happen is that this very difficult question, 10 to 15 were there, here they will become 20 to 25. Your moderate questions will become 20 to 25, and your very easy questions will become 10 to 15. Again, see, 10 to 15, 10 questions very easy will come, or maybe they may sometimes become 8, 5, which are very easy and we shouldn't even worry about them. It is like those are so low hanging fruits that you will never make them wrong. Okay. Cutoff this year based on category. I'll make a special category video. I'll make trend analysis video. I'll make cutoff analysis video. Now is not the time to talk about. For prelims, see, for prelims, guys, it is very easy. For reasoning, quant, and English, don't get worried. Okay. Look at the previous year's cutoff. Okay. Look at the previous year's cutoff and try to solve, okay, try to get more than 4 or 5 marks more than the previous year cutoff. That is your attempt. For reasoning, quant, and English, always remember 5 to 6 marks more than reasoning, quant, and English is okay. Okay, you will clear it very easily. But you don't worry about reasoning, quant, and English, because that's just a prelims. You will anyways clear it if you at least are working 2 hours per day on those. Right now, at least in this month, the main thing is cutoff analysis and overall attempt for your agriculture. Okay. Why don't you bring all the questions, all the AFO questions and JRF questions, discuss? Because we cannot take a longer sessions right now. Prelims are going on, people are studying. Okay. So I will take it session by session only. हाथ दिया तो मदद करने के लिए हाथ दिया तो मुझे ही गिरा रहे हो गाइस. Okay, answer here is farmer actually. If you see, component of knowledge communication system is farmer. Neither exhibition, neither newspaper, neither government agency, neither university. The length of estrus cycle in sheep is what? Remember now, as I told you, you should make a table. Make a table of all the animals. Its parturition, what is it called? Its estrus cycle, how much days it is there? Parturition, how much days within parturition occurs? And even other things which are related. If you are having table related to all the animals, cow, buffalo, you can find, or maybe you can revise it very, very easily. The answer here is, what is the estrus cycle of sheep? It is 15 to 18 days. So that is your correct answer. Next, The process of parturition in rabbit is called, let's see, again the same question has been asked. I didn't even see it. In rabbit, parturition is called as what? Is it kidding? No, it is called in goat. Is it lambing? No, it is called in sheep. Is it calving? No, it is called in cow. So the answer here is kiddling. Okay, it is called as kindling. So here you could see here, kidding it is called in goat, lambing in sheep, fowling it is called in mare. Okay, in pigs it is called as farrowing. So these are the things. So make these tables, like this table you have to make. Gestation period, parturition, what is it called? Okay, then you can also make estrus cycle. So see here, estrus cycle length have been made. So in this way, recite this table in this way. Red delicious is the variety of which fruit? Very easy, no need to discuss also. It is apples variety. Okay, then among the following, example of amide fertilizer is what? Tell me the chemical formula of amide. Amide's chemical formula, can anybody tell? Amide fertilizer, which of the following is the amide fertilizer? Ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, urea, CN and calcium nitrate. Yes, urea is the amide fertilizer. That's correct. What is the chemical formula of amide? Now I gave you a hint, come on. NH, what NH? NH2, that is your amide fertilizer. This is the main component of urea, NH2. Okay, next. Baby corn is harvested at which stage? Before silking, dough stage, milking stage, after silking and after tasseling. See, harvesting in the sense, when do you remove the corn? When do you remove the corn? So you remove the corn after silking stage. Silking is nothing but these are the threads in the maize or corn crop. So after silking, after these silking threads come on the corn, it is ready to harvest. You can harvest it anytime. So after silking is the correct answer. Next, a destructive polyhydrosis disease of silkworm that is related to wilt is marked by spotty yellowing of the skin and internal liquefaction. It is called as jaundice dash. So remember very carefully, in silkworms, their skin becomes dry, they lose all their moisture, they become yellow, their skin converts into yellow spottedness, and more importantly, it is also called as jaundice in silkworm. That is called as jaundice gracilis. Okay, so this you could see whitening of the silkworm poppies. Okay, yes, CO is connected to NH2. NH2 becomes the main functional group of amides. Okay, next, sand percentage in sandy soil is how much? The maximum content 80%, that is correct. Leave. Next, during drying, some parts of wood may be rapidly dried, or while some may not. This is because improper drying shrinkage of the wood occurs. That results in defect which is called as dash, cracking, twist, collapse, warp and case hardening. So when in any wood certain part gets dried and certain part doesn't dries, that is because of your collapse. That is because of collapse. Next, the empty barrels, plastic containers or styrofoam bodies in cage culture can be used for what purposes? Covering material, float, cage cover, covering, so this is double, okay, and sinker. So what is the answer? Empty barrel, plastic container or styrofoam bodies in a cage culture can be used for what purposes? Is it used for covering material? Is it used for floating the cages? It is used for cage cover or sinker. The answer here is it is used to float. Okay, plastic whatever materials are there or styrofoam or empty barrels are there, those are used for floating generally. So the answer here is 2. The type of silvicultural system which can regenerate through seeds and majority have long life, it's called as what? Pollarding, high trees, copicing, forking and none. So pollarding, copicing, forking, these are more related, not related to, of course, your trees with long lives. Okay, So the silvicultural systems which can be regenerated by seeds, and majority of the trees which are having very long life in the sense more than 15 to 18 years, that is called as high forests. So these are high forested trees which are collectively called as high forests. Next, GnRH is released from which of the following organ? So GnRH is released from your hypothalamus. It is released from hypothalamus, which is in your brain. So hypothalamus is responsible for releasing of a hormone, that is GnRH. Okay. Ovary, no, it's not an hormones. It is not GnRH is a memory based hormone, so not related to sexual organ. Thyroid gland, no. Pancreas, no, and neither uterus. Okay. Thyroid and pancreas are related to your growth hormone, not memory hormone. Okay, related to growth. So hypothalamus is the correct answer. The excretory organ of silkworm, which is located at the junction of midgut and hindgut, it's called as what? Proboscis, Malpighian tubules, nephridia, green glands, and none. So remember, in 11th and 12th, when you used to do your cockroach experiment, when we used to do, in cockroaches we used to find Malpighian tubules. Okay, the similar are there in your silkworms. So Malpighian tubules are nothing but these are the organs which are between your midgut and hindgut. So with this we end our session today, guys, and thank you very much, and we will join again tomorrow with more such questions. Okay, so 2022 30 questions are done. Tomorrow we will come up with more 30 questions. So bye, and share, as I told you, share with as much as students of IBPS AFO exam who are preparing. And for all the students, there is one more very important thing, that is we have already launched 2 batches for AFO. First is your summit batch, which is dedicatedly for prelims, and second is for mains, that is a complete AFO batch. So you can join there and we are going to complete all our sessions. Thank you very much. See you next time.